First of 3 meetings this season. This puck drop brought to you by Theodore Robbins Ford. Utah gains possession off the opening faceoff. They'll start back down the ice.
It's the transition. Can they make that happen too on a consistent basis?
Deneau wins the draw. More shot deflected away. And now Fogle first to it. Spins it back in front looking for Deneau on the doorstep. Cycles it back up top. And then Edmondson in deep for more. In the corner. Evades McBain. Feeds the puck around the wall. And now Deneau to the blue line. Edmondson shot. Sticked away by McBain. Kings hold it in. Back to the blue line. Clark waits, shoots, hit a body, loose puck to the back post is turned away. Here toward the middle up high, evades one man, that's McBain, rolls it in deep for Armia, centering feed, right circle, tip back in front for Perry. He had his stick knocked out of his hands and Utah clears it again. Cycles around up top, Gunther to Sergachev, turns and leaves it deep. Keller, cross ice pass, one-timer, save, Kemper! Held in by Hayton, who shoots off the side of the goal. Puck sticked away by the Kings, and now Fogle out of the LA penalty box. Hayton has it in front for Boot, rolled it to the front, saved by Kemper, and then another save. He pounces on the rebound to deny Boot.
So the puck ends up off his pad, but right there, cover up, face up, no rebound.
So face off, and we'll start back through the neutral zone. Kempe down the middle, turns and swings it to Anderson left circle. He shoots, save, and the rebound jumps toward the far circle. And then picked up by Utah. They'll look out of their own end.
And the Kings had room in the neutral zone there.
Come back in, left circle. Gunther centered through the blue, pane and wide. Kings pick it up and will speed the other way. Fiala toward the middle. Kempe's got it. Kempe in front. Backhander, and he scores!
Oh!
What a move to the front from Adrian Kempe!
I just mentioned through the neutral zone. Watch this. Watch the elevated pass here. Fiala to Kempe. And Adrian makes one. He protected once with the leg. We've seen that many times. Watch the left leg come out, so he protects the puck. And it looked like to everyone he's going to cut right in front of the crease.
Send it back to the Utah zone, and Turcotte scampers after it. Sergachev there first for the Mammoth. And around the wall, held in by the Kings. Long shot deflected away.
On chances, where you're not going to get as close as you're going to get right there because he took that speed all the way to the crease.
Kings win the draw in the O-zone. Long shot from Ceci. Loose puck in front. Backhander over the goal. It took a deflection off of a Utah stick when Moore tried to put it back in front.
It might have been Ian Cole, veteran defenseman right there, just making sure he gets stick on puck.
Kings after it in their own zone. Tie the puck up in the corner. Trying to skirt the puck free, and now Moore. Centers for Deneau, and now he'll charge down the ice. This line has been tenacious these last couple of games since they've been together again. Up the wall, and now Ceci to the middle. Dumoulin shoots, saved by Vejmelka, but he looked behind him for a second. Board battle for it. Utah in the offensive zone. Haven't seemed to have very much O-zone possession time, the Mammoth, in this first period so far. Kings pick it up, stretch pass down the ice, behind the defense, it's Armia. Shoots, scores! Vejmelka got a piece, but not all of it. And halfway through the first, it's 2-0 LA.
But watch when he gets it. He goes there, and look at Armia. He goes right to that spot. Goaltender gets a piece here. Talking with Jim Hiller this morning, he said one thing the Kings are starting to do better is the stretch pass. That pass was accurate. It was
now stride out to center.
Down to one knee was Edmondson. Make sure get in the lane to get the block.
Kopitar skates in, centers, Laferriere shoots, saved by Vejmelka. Laferriere looked to have not gotten everything on the shot, or maybe it took a deflection, and now in comes Tanev in front, he scores! Tanev's first of the year.
They're gonna take a look at this one. I was offside. Now, it's so tight, it's so close. Of course, the Kings video staff, puck has to the both feet. That's offside.
And it's not close. You saw it immediately. It's not close. What was a terrific first goal of the season for Brandon Tanev is likely going to go off the board. And obviously the Kings saw it quick, you saw it quick, and you know, we talk about this all the time. When you challenge for offside, you're usually pretty darn sure.
And you can understand real time how a linesman could miss that, because that puck is zipped. When we slow it down.
After reviewing the play, it was determined that the play was offside. Therefore, the call on the ice is overturned. We got
LA's Kings are treating us wonderfully. So
you all have gotten to do such fun things too. So before I let you go, you had a high tea today. You got to hang out with all the other moms too. How much more special does that make it, getting to know the other families?
it is so special. I can't say enough how wonderful it is to be with the other NHL moms and have this experience with our boys, and it's just wonderful, and we thank you guys so much.
Last one here for you. Do you think the boys get an extra pep in their step when the moms are in the house?
I think so.
Working hard to get back and regain possession.
Dumoulin up top, curls back to the blue line, and then will swing the puck deep. Kempe, the right circle, Laferriere's shot ends up in deep, and Kopitar with one more chance, stopped by Vejmelka on the boards. Stenlund to the circle, shoots, blocked again by the Kings, taken away from Tanev by Turcotte, but now Liam O'Brien gets it back. Up top, long shot, save, Kemper, and pounces on the rebound. Durzi off the draw for Utah. Back up top, Durzi shot blocked. And now Tanev again, up top, Durzi, one-timer, saved by Kemper again. 10 for Kempe, and now for Joel Armia, his 6th of the year. First goal in a couple of games for him, and those two have helped LA build a 2-0 lead. Well, start of this second period, and Utah on the power play for half a minute after the penalty late in period 1 for the Kings. On the right wing, it's Dylan Guenther. Skates up top and hands it to Keller. Cross-ice pass tipped away from Sergachev. He'll settle it down again and then get a return feed at the point. Skates in, Sergachev, cross-ice pass. Up top, Guenther, one-timer score! A power play goal for Dylan Guenther. And Utah's in it just 34 seconds into the period.
The next goal was so important. And the Mammoth get what they need. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. There's just excellent execution, change the point of attack, moving screen in front, all of those elements. 8% on face-offs for the game. I think there were 36 after period number 1, so that's an area they want to pick it up here.
Loose puck in front. Kemper turned it away from Carcone. Evades Byfield. Gives it to Daniil Boot. Boot, a right-handed rookie, spins it in deep, and now crashing the net. Hayton in front, turned away at the near post. Held in by Utah.
Behind the net, if they could, it would have been a wide open net.
Here comes Foegele, right circle, shoots, it's blocked by Durzi. Fogel's got it back, slots it up top. Doughty, one-timer save, loose puck, and Byfield was tied up at the top of the goal crease. Moves it back around for his D partner, Nate Schmidt. Couldn't get there first, Kings have it. Perry for Turcotte, shoots from a sharp angle, turned away by Vejmelka.
The puck.
He stepped right back in, and Sergachev has a shot turned away by Kemper at the near post. And now Tanev for Stenlund right wing. Stenlund steps in, shoots wide right. The wall, Sergachev to the middle. Durzi shoots off the post. It stayed out. Guided away by Doughty, and the Kings clear it.
Gets enough of a piece. Look at all that traffic. And just off the post. So the push is being put on by the Mammoth. Kings trying to get back into the offensive zone. And what about the broadcasting moms?
Yeah, the moms. Kings leading here in Utah by a goal. It was an early power play goal in the second period. Laferriere turns back in along the wall. Laferriere steps up top, drops it back. Kopitar, cross-ice pass, one-timer, put in front for Kempe, tipped away, and then they score! Kopitar took it back in front, and the Kings lead it 3-1 in the third period.
Before it got there, of course, but you'll see this one here. It bounces off, I think, the shin pad or the skate. And then Kempe's there for a rebound. Kopitar's there for a rebound, and it's just bodies in front. Kempe never left the front.
Kopitar's 6th of the year from Kempe and Edmondson. Kempe's got a 2-point game, and he's got the puck behind the Utah net. Kempe in front. Kopitar denied by Vejmelka at the back post.
He's going. Gets a piece. And then the coverage breaks down. Look at that, 2 men go to 1, and that one is behind the net.
Back behind the goal for Hayton. Around the wall, picked up there. Swung back in front, save! Kemper off of Hayton from the circle.
Where face-offs are going to be that much more important. Again, watch the movement of the goaltender, Kemper here. Down on one knee, square up for the shot.
Kings will guide it in anyway. Toward the front, intercepted by Keller. The Mammoth captain down the ice with his longtime line mate, Nick Schmaltz. Cross-ice pass, Dursey shoots, save Kemper. Rebound from Peterka, knocked away. Marino holds it in. Up top, Keller to the left circle. Evades Keller, fires it up the wall. It skitters all the way down the ice to Maverick Lamoureux. Towering 6'6" defenseman Lamoureux started it back in. In comes Keller and scores! Clayton Keller, the Utah captain, brings the Mammoth back within one.
They've had their opportunities, no question about that. Regroup time. Everyone trying to get involved, everyone trying to make it happen. And then you just see the skill. You give credit for Keller to coming over just a little bit right there to make the pass easier. And you know what? That's a great example.
Down through the neutral zone, Keller gave it away. Laferriere comes in, one-on-one with Sergachev. Laferriere shoots, save from Elka.
Laferriere had the counter speed right there.
Byfield against Stenlund. And it's won by Stenlund, their top face-off taker. Dursey holds it in, and in the corner, Peterka. To Keller, right wing, in deep for Peterka. In front, swing and a miss from Stenlund. Kings intercept, loop down the ice, toward the empty net. They score! Joel Armia with the dagger into the empty net, and the Kings lead it 4-2 in Utah.
Right there. Keep it on the outside. Don't chase too far. Look at this. Look at 4 Kings right there. And then it's the stick of Quinton Byfield that does the job. The attempted pass did not connect because Byfield gets a stick on it.
5 seconds toward the middle. Kings intercept. Anderson clears, and that's going to do it. The Kings never trail in game 1 of the trip tonight in downtown Salt Lake. They beat the Mammoth by a final score of 4-2.